Let's do K. Remember, K has two different ways of being said. You can say the softened, muted K sound, which is R. Say it with me. R. Good. If you remember from our alphabet, a word with the R sound is Nkosi Gazi. Did you get that? Say it with me. Nkosi Gazi. Good. Nkosi Gazi is a woman or madam or Mrs. Nkosi Gazi. All right. Now there's the hardened K sound. The hardened K sound, remember, you add H to any letter, it becomes hardened or aspirated. It's more loud. So add an H to the K and it becomes K. So before it was R, add an H and it's K. So K and H is K. A word in Ndebele with the K sound is Kangela. Say it with me. Kangela. Kangela means to look. Kangela. All right. Now let's add an N to our K. When you add N to the K, it kind of softens it up or mutes it down a little bit. And the sound that you get with N and K is Nk. Say it with me. Nk. Did you get that? Good. One more time. Nk. Good job. A word in Ndebele with the Nk sound is Nkomo. Say it with me. Nkomo. You're doing very well. All right, let's do N. N by itself makes a sound. N. Say it with me. N. A word in Ndebele with the N sound is Nampuga. Say it with me. Nampuga. Nampuga means to be all sticky or, kind of, sticky. Yeah, that's the word. Let's add Y to our N, and this is the sound you get. Nya. Say it with me, will you? Nya. So N and Y is nya. A word in Ndebele with the nya sound is nyama. Say it with me. Nyama. Good job. Nyama in Ndebele means meat, any kind of meat. Nyama. All right, if we add a Q to the N, it changes the sound again. The sound of N and Q together becomes mwah. Say it with me. Mwah. So N and Q, mwah. A word in Ndebele with the mwah sound is ngola. Say it with me. Ngola. So N by itself is N, Q by itself is N, and Q together is mwah. You get that? Good. Ingola. Ingola is a cart. It's a cart. It can be a shopping cart or a donkey cart, whatever cart. Ingola. You just define what kind of cart it is, but it is a cart. Ingola. All right. Let's do P. P by itself makes two sounds like we learned in the alphabet. There's the softened P sound, which is P. Say it with me. P. Did you get that? Listen carefully. P. P. Did you get that? All right. A word in Ndebele with the P sound is patula. Say it with me. Patula. Patula. Did you get that? One more time. Patula. Patula means a big slap. Yago patula. All right. When we add H to the P, what happens? That's right. It becomes a hardened sound. So there's the soft P sound, P, and then you add H to it and it becomes P. Say it with me. P. Did you get that? P and H, P. A word in Ndebele with the P and H sound is phakamisa. Say it with me. Phakamisa. Good job. Phakamisa means to lift up, to lift something up. Phakamisa. Lift me up. All right. Let's do Q. Q in IMISINDO has the sound. We've already done it in our alphabet, and we've mentioned it before. All right. Now, a word in Ndebele with the Q sound is alisa. Say it with me. Alisa. Alisa means to start. Alisa. Good. Now, if you add H to that Q, it changes the sound. It makes it a harder sound, just like in all the other letters. So Q and H makes this sound P. Did you hear the difference? Let me say them next to each other so you can hear the difference. The Q sound is P. The Q and the H sound is P. Did you hear the difference? And P. And P. And P. I hope you got that. Very good. A word in Ndebele with the P sound is kakazela. Say it with me. Kakazela. Kakazela means to shiver. Kakazela. You shiver when it's cold. Kakazela. Okay. Now, let's add G to the Q. It changes the sound yet again. So remember, we had Q by itself is Q and H is and G and Q is Do you hear the difference? P and B. There's a difference. Okay, you just have to listen very carefully and practice the sound, and you'll get it, I promise. So G and Q together makes the sound B. Did you get that? Say it with me. B. Very good. A word in Ndebele with the B sound is goga. Goga. When you goga something, it's putting it on. You're wearing it. So goga is to wear, to put on. All right, so remember, in traditional or original Ndebele, there is no letter R. But in today's Ndebele, because we've borrowed a lot of words and taken a lot of words and made them our own, the letter R has become adopted into the language. But remember that in the original Ndebele language, there's no letter R. But now you're going to find a lot of words with the letter R. So the way you say the letter R in Ndebele is R. If you remember from our alphabet, R. A word in Ndebele with the R sound, iraba. Iraba.